dear speakers of Parliament, first of all, thanks for organizing and contributing to this important and special event. It is an honor for me to take part in my capacity as chairman of the High-level Advisory Group on countering terrorism and violent extremism. My special thanks to Imran Abuba for sharing his story, experience and ideas with us. Let me assure you that the doors of parliamentarians are always open, and we welcome victims of terrorism to share their experience, needs and concerns with us anytime and personally. Only an inclusive approach together with the people in need, who are our most important informants and allies, can be a successful one. Over the last few months, our counter-terrorism work has been significantly hampered by the COVID-19 health crisis. Nevertheless, terrorist groups worldwide remain active and seek to exploit these challenging circumstances. Combating terrorism and protecting victims of terrorism must be therefore remain one of the priorities on national and international agendas, especially in times of COVID-19. It is our shared responsibility to also ensure that no victim is left alone or forgotten, and that they receive adequate support. Within the IPU-UN Joint Programme on countering terrorism and violent extremism and the High-level Advisory Group, we are giving our utmost importance and attention to the development of a comprehensive approach for supporting victims of terrorism. In this context, I would also like to emphasize and assure my personal support for the proposal of the United Nations Secretary General to develop model legislation which should specifically respond to interests and needs of victims over the short to the long term. These specific needs of victims of terrorism must be translated into concrete actions and recognition. Beside the legislative work, we as parliamentarians have also the important function to allocate budget, develop strategies and measures for governments to adequately support victims, and to convert international efforts into national realities, especially in the Sahel region and where it is needed most. Finally, I am looking forward to strongly continuing our common efforts and to the important upcoming events in this regard. The UN events regarding the International Day of Remembrance and Tribute to Victims of Terrorism tomorrow, then the first UN Congress of Victims of Terrorism in New York, and physically next year when we meet again at the 5th World Conference of Speakers of Parliament here in Vienna. It is important to strongly continue the collaboration between the United Nations and IPU, and the common efforts to uphold the rights and address the needs of victims of terrorism. Together, I am sure we will be successful. Thank you.
Thank you very